What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for the return of Stormforge, episode 32.
We're back. We have Six with us. Sam couldn't make it, so Six is here with us instead.
I'm Banana.
Banana. Okay, no man, Six isn't with us. This is Banana.
I'm Banana Tip.
Oh my god.
I'm very lost.
Oh yeah, you can't see them.
I don't get it.
Sorry, it'll show up on the streamer here in a minute. And then you'll laugh.
Welcome, everyone. It is good to be back and playing D&D.
Instead of just talking about it.
It is.
Yeah.
That's all we did for 3 days. 4 days.
And a real true return to D&D on top of it, with the conversion of all of our characters back to proper RoBear E. I love it.
Yeah.
Feels good.
We're still decked out, but in a D&D fashion.
We are maxed out heroic 5e characters. That's how we like it over here.
I'm ready to use a new degree of buggy bullshit. It's gonna be wonderful.
Yes. Who's got big announcements they want to let the community know about before we get into the thick of it?
Go ahead, Drac.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, so some of you might have known that I've been talking about this quite a bit, but we have a Fabulous Ultimate campaign called Our Lives After. It was meant to premiere this week, but because we're taking part in the global strike, we're going to be premiering next week. So keep an eye out for that on Stellar Luna's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. That's the 1st of February, I believe. We have a bunch of really cool sponsors who helped us do very cool things for this, like character art. Some of us have like bits of cosplay items as well. And something cool that you'll need to be there to see. So I highly recommend not missing out. It's going to be, for the most part, a bi-weekly campaign. So every 2 weeks it's going to be an episode's going to air. But for the first episode, it's going to be 1 week next week. And then right after and then the week after that, it's going to be episode 2. And after that, we'll be returning to the bi-weekly format. But yeah, also Beyond the Brook will be returning with the second half on,
Oh, yay.
I believe, the 2nd of February. We took a bit of a break because one of the strike, and 2, Ed and I are the editors for it, and I will be entirely honest with you, we were so tired and we just needed time to do nothing and relax a little bit. So we're going to be coming back full force on the 2nd of February with episode 6 of Beyond the Brook. And I believe there's still dice available if you want to get some Beyond the Brook dice. A lot of it is sold out. I'm pretty sure like half to 3/4 of the product is all sold out. So again, that's why you still can. Because if you don't, that's going to be the end of it. It's limited edition, so you won't be able to get it again.
They'll be worth millions in 10 years.
Yeah.
So
millions in 10 years for sure, definitely. Or you can use discount code Brook to get 10% off anything else you buy at Die Hard Dice. And that'll help kind of support us as a group, as a cast. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Support your players. Woo.
Speaking of, you reminded me of what I was trying to think of. Eden Falls Season 3, which is our charity nonprofit that Ed and I are a part of. Oh, wow, this is so cinematic. Yes, Eden Falls! Season 3. It actually airs over on twitch.tv/Wounded Warrior Project at 1 p.m. PT on February 13th. And then it'll be following every Tuesday up until 10 weeks from then. So that's somewhere in April, I think. But yeah, so GM'd by Edward Smits. I'm one of the cast. And then we've got Game James Games, Justice Van Cho, and Caustic Phoenix. So Becca.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, she's incredible. I love her character so much. That's it.
Any announcements for you, Bife?
just to jump in real quick, sorry, Bife, because I forgot to mention the dice company is Die Hard Dice. Go in Die Hard Dice, you can find the dice there. I realized started talking about dice, I don't know where you can get it, which is not helpful for anyone. But yeah, Die Hard Dice, they're creating the Beyond the Brick dice, so check out their website, you can find it all there.
I have literally nothing good to announce this week except for the fact that I will be trying within the next couple of weeks to get YouTube Shorts going properly for the first time ever. I've been doing the workshopping on workflow and a bunch of other stuff, and I'm meeting with my editor soon, and I have a fun concept for Shorts, which is instead of just stripping things out of my videos already and then refurbishing them, which works for a format like, say, a long-form campaign, but not necessarily for me where I do specific topics. I'm just going to find all the weird tiny bits of stuff in Destiny. I was going to say shit, and I thought, I can't swear, but I can swear.
You can.
Yeah, I'm going to find all the weird tiny shit in Destiny, and I'm going to tell you about it. And I'm going to show you around the actual game itself and do bespoke shorts instead of just the stuff that would have been ripped out of my videos and wouldn't have looked good compared to something that's like actually telling a story. So yeah, we're gonna have fun doing that. It's gonna be great.
That's awesome.
Now I will be able to have my short form of people explaining to me how they've seen Bigfoot in their forest and the next flying saucer, and then I'll get Bife. Timeline bless, my friend. Timeline bless.
Bife to Bigfoot pipeline. Let's go. I love this one. Subscribe to it.
Oh,
Bigfoot Illuminati. You see, the real story behind this is one that they'll never tell you.
You see the Bigfoot aluminium. It's like,
Aluminium.
So British of you.
oh.
Did I stutter? Illuminati.
Illuminati.
This is how I get my nephews into your
God.
content. The big and the Bigfoot.
Illuminati.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we got them Bigfoot plushies now. They're
Oh.
Uncle Rose has sold them on the our favorite interdimensional beings that live out by the lake.
Get them started on cryptids early. That way they know when to run if things truly go bad.
100%. Yeah, it's a fun and exciting stuff over here on the channel this week. Playing some more BG3. Each time that I carve out time to stream it, I actually make progress, so it's great. It's a 2-for-1. Enjoying it.
You haven't finished it. Well,
either.
obviously,
There's so many
Sam
games.
hasn't either, yeah.
So many games unfinished over
that
on
is
my
fair.
side. And when you're like, oh, I want to play a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you just get nowhere.
Yeah.
When I'm unfinished. Wait, that sounded so bad.
Oh, Sam, you didn't. Why have you done this? It was It was perfectly fine up until you said something.
It just my brain. Those words were chasing the words that came before them to stop them.
Came back a changed woman after MagFest. Which, speaking of that, if you want great MagFest stories, I'll be telling all the unclassified ones while I play BG3.
4 a.m. hanging out.
Yeah, there's some good ones. So yeah, keep posted to the schedule. There's a couple more things that need to go onto it, but I've literally I've got back into town 30 minutes before the stream last night, and we were able to play D&D, and then I slept, and I woke up and played D&D again today. So when I have a couple of hours to sit down and do some admin work, you guys will see some more stuff. But if you have it, get up in the Discord, !Discord in the chat. We'll take you right over there, and you'll be able to keep up with all the madness over here. Oh, and yeah, I will be playing D&D again roughly 2 hours after Stormforge over on my buddy Ted's channel at Nerd Immersion, twitch.tv/Nerd Immersion. I'm playing Bronson Barley, so come enjoy. We're level 2, so I'm much more optimistic. Yes, this is my blonde dwarf. Yeah.
I've seen that guy on YouTube. Hell yeah.
The Lion of Leyland. Yeah. Yeah, and he's much more Gryffindor than the rest of the dwarfs that I play. So come enjoy him. But we need to pick up where we left off last time that we played. with the entire party pushing through the caverns of the wreckage of the former recycling plant, finding bit by bit of combinations of man and machine. It has all culminated into this moment of following the ancient bones of something very, very eldritch and long past. Coming into contact with an elder brain of sorts, long rotten. You guys have seen the combination manifest itself into Neolithic, but part rotten and necrotic and part machine, also encountering a Voshborg that has claimed that all of this has been held in a 148-year-old stasis. With no way out, you all were forced to fight the Neolithid before leaving, receiving the boon of the Voshborg himself. We pick back up in the moments after Callisto made the kill shot with Dark Heart in imprisoning some sort of mechanized soul inside the gun itself, with a connection to whatever all of this means, pulling in visions to you of what appears to be the first combination of literal flesh and machine into a new entity. We will pick back up moments after your revelation, Callisto. Still underground, and whatever this piece of pocket dimension is that you've wandered into.
Just one, to jog my memory, but two, just to make sure I'm getting everything right. I saw a vision of several faces around me. One spot empty, which I can assume is where this entity now within my gun once was.
Yes.
And I can feel or put together that this is in the center of Stormforge.
It is somewhere in the heart of the city. Location unknown, but it is there.
As after they fire this shot, as the living nanotech is pulled into the gun, Callisto sees all of this and very quickly drops the gun and steps a few paces back. Okay. Okay. And I think we'll just drop to the ground, on their ass, exhausted, just physically and mentally exhausted.
Molly would hear this, and she would be coming back to the ground with Mishkin since he was closest to her. And as soon as her feet touch with Mishkin's, she hears the thud of your knees as they hit. She would turn and almost for a moment not recognize the man that she has been with for years now, because she's never seen him like this. She would run over there and just quickly falling to her knees and grasping your face and just, Callisto, are you all right? And lifting your face to meet hers.
There's a moment where he doesn't respond. He lets you cup his face. I'm looking at you, but not looking at you. Very clearly deep in thought or panic. And then they come to and put their hands over yours. Something's very wrong. I think this is so much more than we thought. That is so much more than I thought, as I gesture to the gun on the ground.
Would Lolly
We need
notice
to go back.
anything with the gun? Since she had heard it once before, but...
Not in this case.
It just looks as if it's always looked when it was kind of more dormant.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling the warmth of your hands on hers, she would probably just gently trying to calm you with, like, you know, those gentle, like, thumb rubs on a cheek, like that. Sucks not knowing what stuff I have. Yeah, she would probably sit there comforting you for a bit, just letting you talk, not interrupting, just listening.
I don't understand. It showed me something. The gun. I don't know if it's the gun
You
or
shot it, or another
afterwards. Right after I shot it, and that thing, whatever, the silent gear, I don't know what it was. The thing inside the Neolithid was drawn into the gun. It showed me something, a place. I think it's in Stormforge.
What makes you think that? We know Stormforge.
We thought we did.
Well, where do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you
But-
think it is? Like, what did it look like?
Whatever that thing was, the thing that attacked you and Mishkin in the plant, the thing that was inside that Neolithid. More of those, but maybe worse.
Breaks eye
Hearing
contact with you.
this point of
Kyber does-
conversation. Oh, so sorry.
No, I said as Kyber does something.
Yeah, hearing this point of conversation, Kaivar would kind of like gingerly scoot forward, and he would offer his two smaller hands, one to each of you. He doesn't say anything mentally, but you've seen this before. The indication is that you'd be able to pass the vision of it.
Like you
Via
did
mind
with
link.
Lolly and Farouk outside of
Yes.
Forge. Okay.
Absolutely.
Lolly just would make eye contact with you again and just starting to lower her hands. Just grab Kaifar's hand. It's safe. And she would reach out and grasp the hand closest to her.
Glissa takes a moment and seeing you take Kaivar's hand.
As you stutter, she would then reach down and grab the hand closest to her of yours as well. Almost as if you were the last bit of that cord that needed to be connected.
And
I would assume the rest of the party would follow suit as well, slowly walking up this ritual.
Kaivar has arms to spare for sure. Rook, I guess, can grab a foot or something. I don't know.
You got a lot of feats, I heard.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I will take Kaivar's hand. And I think there'll be definitely noticeable resistance at first. Not because they're like actively pushing you out, but almost like there's a, like how it's hard if you have a muscle tense for a long time, how it's hard to relax it. That they
Like-
have to make effort to relax that wall that they try to keep up mentally.
Like walking through waves in a surf, but it's just above knee height. You still know the way
Yeah.
you're going, see it perfectly, can plot the course, but there's resistance from time to time because of the... Just, it's the way it is.
and it takes energy, it takes effort to slow and pull back the tide, but they do, and allow you, and I suppose by proxy everyone else, into their mind enough to see what they saw. And to the best of their ability, Kosta will try to recall exactly the vision they saw.
Go ahead and roll a history with advantage.
With advantage.
These low numbers are freaking me out.
There you go. Okay. 19.
Yeah, that's so.
Just
19, we didn't even hit it. The DC 38.
Just think of 20s are what 30s were, and your brain will slowly begin to connect again.
Size again.
I'm not used to I'm not used to it again. I need to go back to the old campaigns of old D&D where Asher was rolling like 40s on Arcana checks and I was rolling 30s on stealth checks. All the campaigns had some ridiculous nonsense.
You're able to recall the vision in its entirety. Everyone beginning to see the same troubled truth as Callisto did.
We need to get back to Stormforge.
Do I feel something or see something with this vision? Or this location?
I feel something, do you mean?
Does anything feel either, I don't know, like, does it give me a sense of unease? Is it familiar? Have I seen it? Or something like it?
The application of there being what seems to be a separate organization within the Voshborg and the Silent Gear that have begun to work together in a creation of a new being or entity would be unsettling for most.
Okay. Could I potentially try and either perceive or investigate within this recollection something that would resemble the Silent Gear or showcase an attachment from the or does it look like a Voshborg location?
You are unable to identify this location. It has no resemblance to anything you have ever visited or been to.
Gotcha.
None of this is natural.
We need to get back.
Where do we start?
Lolly would look up at I don't recall his name. Fane. Do you have an answer for us? I know you gave us one. It wasn't ideal last time.
Fane hasn't seen this vision. He has not linked up.
Oh,
I meant just to get out of here.
yeah.
Since last time he told us we just can't. Everything really else.
It is possible to leave now.
What changed?
We did.
Precisely. When you all received the blessing of the Voshborg, you may now walk in between these times, immune to the aging process.
Can it be undone?
No.
As long as I get to go back. Fine.
Molly looks at you. Just puts her arm kind of like around the small of your back to comfort. And looking at everybody else, well, do we want to try to leave? I don't know any other reason to stay here.
I will continue to push for answers. But I believe that I must follow you as well and leave this time behind. Whatever is happening inside Stormforge is of grave concern to us all.
Well, thank you.
When we leave here, this one, Kaivar, will not age. Yes? No?
Aging will be purely but a number of choice.
You see Kaivar start to shrink. Mentally and physically. It's odd because at first you realize that the static that's been building up in the background has always sort of been there, and it retreats slightly. It's only noticeable now in its absence. He is physically and mentally trying to fold himself up. Almost like he's hiding a little bit. Something has got him a little bit spooked.
We should get going.
I agree. I agree. We need to find the source of all of this. They went to great lengths to exile this knowledge, to eliminate Fane's work. There is a greater evil inside of Stormforge that is left unchecked, unbalanced.
I'm ready to leave when you all are.
I would believe that Michigan would probably naturally be a bit quiet as usual, coming to the brink of death once again. But also probably very curious for his old friend that has gone missing. And also, what of this side or inner organization that is no longer purely the silent gear? He would be very interested as well with moving on to the next piece. Fane, what should we do of containment with this site? Is there anything that we can do to help? I have been maintaining the concentration to extract all the knowledge from this ancient being possible. But now it has become more of a detriment than anything else. As we have all seen, they have tried to end the research here and weaponize it for their own. When we leave, I will shut the metaphorical door. And this instance will be left behind us to the ages. When you guys exit this part of the crash site that is the skeletal structure to this ancient eldritch being and everything that it contains will cease to exist on the timeline. So that includes any of the mechanizations that have gotten here via the recycling center. So nothing can manifest when that ceases to exist. No stray parts of small bits and pieces of machine. It is a clean break from this source. Is there anything else that you guys want to do before you exit?
Ivar starts to tense. Considers something for a second. Takes a hold of the upper stems of his antenna and begins to twist between his smallest mandibles. Almost like he's halving them. They break free and break loose. And then they simply fall off. He places them gingerly on the ground. Thinks about burying them a little bit in the dirt and the regolith of it all. But then just leaves them. Then walks away.
I believe everyone can roll a perception check on Ivar falling apart, if you would like to.
I'm in my own head. I don't think so. Yeah.
Seeing this as you begin to walk away. And feeling your hesitation of you just doing anything right now, Callisto. She squeezes your hand and looks up at Farouk. Do you want to talk to him?
I hope that this blessing... I don't know where to start. Let's both of us. Ivar! Ivar!
Yes.
Yes. Are you okay?
Context, Kaivar's not leaving the group. He's walking away from the antenna. He's not.
Yeah, which is not normal for us. We're concerned.
Okay, all right.
I don't.
We're falling apart.
I thought you'd misinterpreted it as he is walking away and leaving, and he will never return. No.
We look at it like our friend is sad, and we want to be full friend.
I did not bury my arm in this cavern.
I'm not leaving. I just buried my arm. Is this normal practice for you? She says, looking down.
No. But this one Kaiva must grow. Use opportunity. Yes? Where it arises. Yes?
Are you following Farouk?
I'm not sure if I am or not.
No. All will be clear. In time. Yes?
That's usually the test of time. But if you're well and ready to move on, then I think we can.
If you are fine, I am fine. What does it look like with no... Is it like us without eyebrows all of a sudden? Like, do you carry yourself differently? Is this part of that tucking, like that tucking in a little bit? Do you appear that like you are sheepish in a way where we're worried that you may be sick or hurt? I guess I need to do an insight check on this myself instead of just being a
Yeah, roll an insight. For sure.
Oh, I am the
easy
DM.
peasy.
I do what I want.
You shall reveal your secrets. You will not get the secrets of your character arc for yourself. No, they are mine. I mean, the visual aesthetic is a little bit like watching someone walk out of the barber with a fresh haircut, to be honest, but it's also that sense in terms of looking a little refreshed. Kaiva was shrinking in on himself prior to everything, and having just sort of halved his antenna, the bends that previously were there, where it became more articulate towards the top, they've started to sort of reform, and it's almost as though the digits inside are slowly starting to realign. It's like the chitin has reacted to what's been done here. Kaiva does not have the same mental presence as he did when he started shrinking, but what is there is more resolute. He seems genuine with his note that he is actually all right. As for what all of this means in time, who knows?
I think I would turn to Lolly and just... I believe this is just bug stuff.
I don't even need to talk.
In seat.
I think Callisto, like I said, is very much in their own head. Doesn't really... They see this interaction, but they don't really engage in it. Their focus is on the pistol on the ground, Dark Heart. And after hearing Thane and understanding what Thane said, that anything left here will be cut off, that it will be no longer on our timeline, no longer a risk or a danger. There's a moment where Callisto considers leaving Dark Heart here as well, and whatever the entity it absorbed here as well. It's the job of a warden to securely deal with cursed and dangerous items, and this isn't anything different. But it's also the only lead he has on whatever's going on in Stormforge with the Silent Gear and the Voshborg. So he's really deep in thought, trying to figure out what he should do, what he needs to do, and what he wants to do. Seeing how they differ, and seeing what's the best course of action with that in mind. And I'll be honest, I think even I, Drac, I'm struggling to decide what what to do.
I hadn't even thought of the repercussions. This is not even fair for you to have to make this choice right now in a... Would you like a prolonged exit to give you some time to think about this?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
in this case, I believe it is going to be a bit of a walk back out of the cavern for us to get probably back to just a campsite in the original cavern opening, like right before we take our ropes back up. We're gonna do some walking and talking and kind of play this out. Lolly, I would have you roll an insight in this case.
All right.
On your partner.
I'm 17.
There is some serious contemplation at hand.
Okay. Yeah, going through this walk with the group, whether it be bits of broken up chatter here and there, some filled with little giggles and jokes, and others just with silence and that thickness between them in the air. She would notice the quietness of Listo and how he's not carrying himself the way that he usually does. And I assume probably while they're holding hands, she would just kind of lean into him as they're walking. You're thinking a lot.
He suddenly nods first. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
About what? Leaving?
No, I want to get out of here as soon as possible. I need to see Ziva again, see my mothers again. I'm not worried about that. I'm not hesitant about that. I don't know what to do with the gun.
Your new one or one of your old ones?
The new,
Which gun?
partially biological one, the one that came from the heart of that dragon.
With the vision that it showed you, though, don't you think that it could be integral?
But with the
Especially if you
thing
believe
that's
it's
in it now.
responsible.
Yes, but the things we saw, one of them is in that gun now, and as far as I know, it's contained, maybe. But nothing here, nothing that's happening, we know or understand for sure. If I leave it here, from what Thane said, it'll be cut off entirely. There will be no returning it, or it returning to wherever that place is, whatever we saw.
Well,
But like you said, this is also our only lead.
I need you to think of the situation not as Callisto, but as a warden. What would you do?
As a warden, it is our job to keep both civilians and adventurers safe from threats and themselves.
Do you feel that
That
this gun is a
includes-
threat to them? Or yourself?
I think that there is a chance it will be, yes. Non-zero.
Well, I feel like that's anything in life. But this could also be a help. But it could not. So, whatever feels heaviest, lead that way.
I don't have long to make a decision anyway, so I'll come to one. I just need to think.
I'll leave you to your think.
Kelthud would definitely join the both of you after a little bit on this stroll. Not exactly what we thought we were going to find.
I didn't kill that.
No,
You're right.
Well, good news, bad news.
All right, shoot. What you got?
The good news, well, you get to live as long as this old dwarf. The bad news is, it sounds like you're stuck with me for quite a bit longer. I don't
How
know.
does Callista react to this joke? You're muted.
How does Callista react, or did I mishear?
Yeah, Callista, just because it's a joke and
Oh.
Callista's like very in his head.
okay, hello.
There you go.
Hey,
Okay,
there we are.
there we
You're
go.
back.
Yeah. No, it's just that Callista doesn't really react to the joke. He's still very much thinking. And I think it would then turn to Kalthad. I have a decision. We, as wardens, I suppose this is not just me, we have a decision to make. This gun, the one that was forged, that was created, that made itself from that dragon's heart, that arcane dragon's heart, it's dangerous. Or it could be dangerous. It was dangerous, and what it has now in it definitely is. But it's also helped us get some sort of answer. Though it did generate more questions, it gave us something to go off of. And I can't decide if I should keep it or throw it back into these caverns to be sealed away from time.
Now I understand. That face you've been making. There's no easy call. If you toss this thing, we don't know the capabilities of this new creation. We assume that it's stuck and it's away from us. We've seen things manifest from the past. What if we bring this thing with us? We're the responsible ones for bringing it into the world. Yet it may be our only connection to be able to find these new entities. Ultimately, this is your call, Callisto. I trust that you'll make the decision that's right for yourself and as a warden. I am long removed from casting judgment on your decisions.
Your insight is a lot. And we thank you. Thank you.
This world is a safer place because of both of you. Whatever happens, your decision was made with the utmost thought and content for this world. Whatever you need, I am here. Even if it is just a snack. He pulls out some beef jerky because it's a long walk. And snacks are
She
important.
kind of reaches next to her and puts her hand out. Like, well, you're gonna share, right?
Of course. And eventually your long stride. Oh, go.
No, just thank you, both of you.
Your long legs and strides eventually put him to shame as he has to kind of walk with an extra bit of brisk pace.
I feel like
To keep
Lolly
up.
would kind of pick on him and like widen her steps a little bit.
You know you can
Come
just
on.
fly, and the fact that you choose to walk for your steps is what really gets me.
It helps me stay in stride with Callisto. If I think I have long legs, they'll be long.
Guess I would be twice as wide if I could just hover around too.
So, have you ever walked and been holding a chicken at the same time? I want you to imagine that the chicken is approximately, you know, a chicken's head will stay in the same place even if you jerk the body around a little bit and just like...
What is this comparison? I grew up
I'm
raising
loving this.
chickens.
I want to see where
I
this
want
is
you to
going.
imagine the chicken's head stays roughly in the same position. So does Kaivar's as he's following Kelthud at the sniff of that jerky. You know, it's just like this persistent. You know, it's like a question mark next to an NPC that's got a quest for you, except it's Kaivar's head, just roughly in the same proximity as he's walking next to Kelthud and has just kind of appeared next to him. He's just like sniffing the air for the jerky and sort of.
Please
Looking
click eat to
expectantly.
interact.
Ah. I'm gonna roll a perception check.
The sea chicken Kaivar. We call him Chikaivar. Oh. NPC still
I am completely oblivious of your interest in jerky with me, totally focused on my own.
It's just like you're walking at the very far left-hand side of the group or something, and Kaivar is trying to walk at the left-hand end, but you know there's these inner croppings of the cave wall that keep coming up, so Kaivar's head still roughly stays in the same place, but his body is trying to like adjust around all those corners. It's just like this ridiculous appendage that you have in the form of Buggy Boy.
Oh, I've got it. Oh, would you like some as well? Are you just gonna
Just
keep
take-
staring at me, Kaivar, or do you want some?
Yes. Please, yes. This one, Kaivar would like to try.
I'm not used to that, you know. It's still kind of rattles me bones inside here.
Cave
Yeah, you
echo.
You just hear the clack clack of mandibles from then on out.
Farouk is not far behind. I knew I smelled something good.
God, who are the two old Muppets who just heckle? Because I feel like that's
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
It's Farouk and Kaivar right now.
As y'all are running up, and I think Lolly would notice this gaggle in these voices by now. She would just look at Kiltha and just, see, you're stuck with us.
Oh, bother. Good thing I brought extra. As he just starts pulling out stick after stick after stick. He's a well-prepared dwarf.
He's our favorite.
Farouk will take a bite and turn back and look for his buddy Mishkin, who's been awful quiet. Just kind of contemplates to himself. He understands that this journey that's brought him here to Stormforge has gone in a very different direction. He hoped that he finds his friend. And then it's not one more tragic twist in what seems like a long, hard life. But he lets him keep to his quiet, as he knows that usually he withdraws himself a bit after these harrowing times. He usually needs to take a bit of time for himself and process after that level of combat. I'll get to you, buddy. As you guys continue to push back through the caverns, recollecting on the souls that got stuck here and the machines that shackled themselves to them. You realize that you're in something far greater than just putting flesh and machine together. This is as sinister as the Nine Hells. It's just a different soul coin, a different spin on the same ancient evil. You guys begin to walk up those tunnels using your light cantrips and any available sources, every bit and piece of bioluminescence, a reminder of what you've gone through to get here. You notice the tadpoles swimming about and the sheer amount of them. If this site weren't to be closed, the sheer havoc that could get out of this place is terrifying to think of. Far beyond the reach of what a single party could ever handle. These thoughts lay heavy on you. And Callisto, it doesn't get any easier each quarter mile you walk. Luckily, there are no barriers left. There are no combats to encounter. Only you and your brutal thoughts as you guys spend the better part of a day traversing back through the crash site.
Question. Is it whenever we exit this cave that the timeline has already changed?
We
Yes.
don't know the endpoint, but I'm assuming so, yeah.
Fane is the gatekeeper in this case, and he is exiting with you back onto the timeline.
Okay. We haven't exited yet, right?
You will not exit until you reach the surface, and Fane is going to close the figurative door and seal this site.
Lolly, hearing all the information from Fane and what's going to happen once we leave, especially with the mechanical things, don't Mishkin and Callisto both have something mechanical? Or is it Kaivar?
Kaivar.
Would that affect them?
I've got the Vox still.
Okay,
But
then I think it was...
that's somewhere else basically. Like,
Yeah, I know Mishkin had his like Wolverine hands.
yes, stored inside Mishkin's bag of holding, if I'm not mistaken.
Nothing is being left behind that isn't intentionally left behind by that user.
Okay.
So it's not like walking out of this, anything that was touched by those machines ceases to exist.
Interesting. Thank you for clarification.
No problem.
I think Drac has come to a decision. So,
As-
still feeling awful, but
You all set
Lolly's
up.
doing every method of nurturing to take care of you that is silent.
I feel so bad right now that Ed is not a part of this conversation.
Oh, I know. His RP would be so good.
I am dying
Lolly
inside.
weeks.
the moment you said that, RoBear, I was like, oh damn, Callisto would think about this though, about leaving this behind.
It's a good thought.
Yeah.
One more meal inside of this place.
Lolly's
This-
going ham.
The skittering has never stopped. Getting back to this point, you're a constant reminder of what this crash site represents. But you do begin to smell Kelthud's pot. As it begins to boil,
Spot.
I would believe that Kelthud, on the way out, would probably be saving some of his best.
What's that?
Definitely a style of like sauerbraten where he has a little bit of red wine left over and some good chuck roast as he begins to put the Mirapo all in. You can smell those vegetables hanging out and all the little brown bits left over from his cubed up chuck roast, as he is going to put together a fine stew of meat and vegetables together in this very German sauerbraten style. And there's that little bit of dwarven creature comfort that goes, God, you can't wait to be back at the forge. And there's just enough sourdough left over to soak it all up. A good chunk of crusty bread to be softened in the gravy. As everyone has collectively found themselves a comfortable seat. Ropes are still intact. You certainly haven't missed the breeze up above that occasionally comes in.
If you're listening close enough, you could hear a growl from Alethea's stomach. I'm very tired. And it smells good, Kilthud.
Doing my job. What can I say?
Is it done yet?
Of course. I've just been doing a little sampling myself over here.
Oh, you've been eating without us.
You make it sound awful harsh.
I'm getting hangry, as Ziva likes to call it. She says, walking over.
Let me banish the hanger, shall we?
Let's do that. Where's Callisto in this moment? Because she would have her eyes always on you, not far away.
Callisto's not too far behind, but I think it's again the kind of case of deep in thought. It's kind of going through. They kind of switched on autopilot of like going through the process of waiting for Cartha to be done with the meal, taking a seat by the fire and eating. But there's not the usual enjoyment on their face as they eat. It's just, again, I have to feed this physical body, so that's what I'm going to do.
Lolly is slurping next to you. Finishing a bowl faster than I think you ever could see someone her size do. Throws down Kilthud food.
You weren't kidding.
No, I told you I was hungry. How do you like it, Callisto?
Hmm?
Did he season it enough for you or no?
Yeah.
I can make him put more in.
It's fine. It's good. It's good.
How about Callisto? Do you need a little bit of more seasoning too?
I don't know. I don't know. I just want to see. Our son.
You need to make your decision in order for us to see our son. Before
we haven't left
exit.
yet. Just
Give me a bit more. Hopefully, and she's kind of gesturing the bowl like closer toward your mouth. This can give you the right brain power you need.
Yeah,
Make the
I'll
best
eat.
decision. She leans in. She's like sitting there leaning in and go ahead, eat. I'm waiting.
I think Callisto. Okay, fine. And we'll start eating with a bit more
Try
more
some-
gusto.
Yeah, the greens are actually good. He's just pointing like where you're spooning.
He'll eat with more gusto.
You know, like how a mom feeds their baby and like they kind of open their mouth as they're like trying to feed them. Every time you take a bite, she's like,
Okay, yes, okay.
good.
You-
Dexterity, are you falling into the food?
I might as well be. This,
Kyvar.
you hear the clumsiest slurping and chittering possible because mandibles are a little bit like trying to eat soup with a fork, really, you know? Like it's only good for frothing it up and getting it vaguely close to the mouth, and that's about it, you know? Like eventually you see Kyvar just dunk his face into it and it slowly starts to drain.
See, Kyvar's enjoying it. Please don't do that, actually.
Yes, no, it would be awful to get that out of my beard.
Don't worry. I could just press digitation. Or wait till Ziva does it. We haven't seen if he can do it right.
I want my face to be the test subject.
God, he's like a Saint Bernard trying to eat that over there. Half of it's on the floor.
Well, I would say compliments to the chef. I think that's a good thing. Kaivar's eating like that.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Don't talk with your mouth full, Kaivar.
You just see like a few bubbles escape the soup.
Farouk next to Kaivar, completely unfazed by the sloppiness of this.
Bobbing for apples.
You just soak it up with your bread, you know? That's why I keep it underneath, kind of like my beard. 2 flavor savors for 1. You don't sop it up, I will.
Yeah, I think Farouk and I have different beard routines.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As you guys all get a lengthy meal and a nice rest, being able to regain the strength from the fight with the Neolithid. Oh, this'll be the last night here before we forge back into the winds of winter. Enjoy the warmth that the center of the earth brings us.
I know there's one of us that would love that. She looks at Mishkin, even if he doesn't make eye contact, trying to lighten whatever deep feelings he's feeling and getting no reaction. Like when somebody tells a joke and is expecting a smile, she would like half smile waiting for it and then not getting that. All right. Just kind of keep more to herself, not approaching him.
He's definitely in a mood.
All the men in my life are falling apart.
So withdrawn.
I used to be the angsty one.
Ivar uses that moment to like lift his face out of the soup, and just you hear the clack and drip of soup and mandible. Just it's not fun. It's not a great sound. It's just kind of like, oh, why'd you have to do that to us?
You did it to him.
You had to do it to him.
Kelthud is actually going to walk over with a bowl to Fane. I'll be dead honest, I don't know if this is something that is necessary for you, but I wouldn't be able to sleep with myself if I didn't. Miss Fane is going to look down at this prepared meal. Well, it is not required. It is something that I have not experienced in a very long time. Thank you. As he will actually accept the meal. And stop hovering and sit down.
Dang it.
Very pedestrian like everyone else.
She's still so focused at making sure Kalisto's eating. Doesn't even notice the wildness happening over here.
Something that an adventurer hasn't experienced, a meal with their party. A very visceral feeling from the past. If you weren't so predispositioned, you could almost see a smile come up over that face as he's lowered the rest of his covering. Kelthud turns around as if he's walking away from a 1990s Michael Bay explosion. His smile couldn't be any wider, that he's essentially for someone he believes is underdead, straight up, fist up.
Yeah, and he
Truly.
just freezes in the air.
Everyone's like,
That is a
Guess
meal
what?
that could wake the dead. Kelthud, you have made your family proud.
Yes. Let's go, Killthud. You're the best. Thanks, Killthud.
There's two things a dwarf comes into this world wanting to do: dig a hole and cook a meal. He's in a hole right now, and he's cooked a meal for his friends.
Oh,
He's all
chicken.
out of holes to dig.
Yeah.
I am a
Gross
dwarf,
stuff.
and I dig a hole.
You diggy hole. I love that we all know this song.
It's maybe the happiest of any of the Barleys ever at any point in time.
Because I'm not picking on him.
You're pretty occupied.
right now you're not.
Not as hard as I usually do. That's why they're always unhappy.
I imagine we see Mishkin over at the side, like doing like the cat pawing, being very picky with his meal, probably pushing some of the vegetables aside just to get the bits of meat and gravy out. I'm sorry, Ed. I'm making a call here.
He's like Reba does.
You may embrace the vegetables when you get back. It was just a mood.
He's like, Michigan's a vegetarian.
This whole time.
How did you not know I was pescatarian?
Piscatarian.
Oh my god.
Sam, Magfest has changed you.
God.
I was emphasizing your mispronunciation of pescatarian. I'm on your side. I'm just trying to elevate it. Sorry, it was all the really hot cosplayers.
If you wouldn't
I
mind
don't know.
making no more jokes about Cat's favorite meals, maybe we can nip this one in the bud. Yes. That's not from Kaivar. That's me trying to imitate Mishkin.
No, it's great. I love it.
Throwing in
Kinda
a pun
just
for
like
good
that.
measure, damn it. 'Cause,
It's good.
Did Michigan speak?
It is my absolute favorite thing when he does his voice. God damn, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love
don't
it.
let me-
We're in love with him. Everyone is.
I'm just gonna simp on my fellow player for a second. It's fine. Hi Ed, how you doing?
Hey, Ed.
Does anyone want to do anything else before you guys lay down for a long rest and exit the cavern in the morning?
Can I do something weird?
I would love for you to do something weird when we come back from this quick break.
Perfect.
Here's an applause.
Thank you, Drac. That's all I was waiting for. I will use the restroom real quick. I will be right back. We're going to run the only ads that will be on the channel while we're live here. You won't miss a thing, I promise.
If you subscribe, then you can hear me and Bife and Drac talk about RoBear. While he's being a pescatarian.
Oh my god.
God.
I'm leaving to get a snack real quick. Goodbye.
Snackatarian? Fine. I'll go do something.
I feel so snacked.
Snack packed. All right, go pee, RoBear. I'm gonna go take a lap.
Yeah. Go get an ice pack.
Going to walk outside in the cold and think about the mistakes I've made in life. Many of them from this evening.
Well, if everyone else leaves, I have to stay.
I mean, you go. I'll hold down
Oh,
the stream.
thank
It's
you.
all good.
Thank you, Kaivar.
Yes. How's everybody in chat doing? You know, it's wonderful, by the way, because for those of you who have actually managed to make it back to the stream past the ads, I am in a place where even though I only have one monitor with me, I can still see all of your lovely messages, and thank you for all the love. Bass Hunter, I guess if you've got a link, you go ahead and you post that in the Discord, guy. generally speaking, whenever I try to do anything with RoBear's chat and links, the bot comes along and immediately bonks me on the head and reminds me that I am not allowed because I am not a mod, and randomly posting links is generally frowned upon when it comes to all of that. But you're VP, so you know. Actually, I don't know if I... One second. I have the VIP tag. I am bowing down to the superior tags on this channel, Bar Center. Hey. Now I just need to scroll down to the bottom of the general chat. How's everybody been doing? What in the world? Oh goodness. Oh no. The latest tea controversy. Today's media reports of an American professor's recipe for the perfect cup of tea has landed our special bond with the United Kingdom in hot water. Tea is the elixir of camaraderie, a sacred bond that unites our nations. We cannot stand idly by as such an outrageous proposal threatens the very foundation of our special relationship. Therefore, we want to ensure the good people of the UK that the unthinkable notion of adding salt to Britain's... Excuse me? Adding salt to Britain's national drink is not official US policy, and never will be. Let us unite in our steep solidarity and show the world that when it comes to tea, we stand as one. The US Embassy will continue to make tea the proper way by microwaving it. You monster. You absolute monsters. The lot of you. Heathens. Dirty, dirty heathens.
Oh, goodness.
I can't believe it. Look at what Bass Hunter has posted in the general chat over in the Discord. You and you dirty microwaving people who sit there and who've never heard of a kettle. Civilization has not touched the foundations of the South, and therefore you make sweet tea because the only thing you can do is throw sugar and ice in it. No, never before has someone heard of the magnificent manufactured marvel that is a kettle. Something where you simply throw water in, press a button, and about 5 minutes later you will have a perfect temperature for tea. And I will say this too, Rachel is correct. Sweet tea is diabetes in a cup. I'm sorry, but it's absolutely true. And if you've been to the South, you just know it. I'm sorry. It's just completely true.
I don't know how your own emotions tied to tea has caused the literal degradation of your audio quality. You've literally crashed Discord on yourself.
Oh, damn. That's,
It was like staticky and breaking apart.
I think it was just it joining me in abject rage at the idea of all of this. That and also, I'm, there's stuff going on in the background from stuff that I mentioned prior.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. Well, good news. My mother used to make sweet tea with a kettle. We had 3 different kinds of tea when my mother was alive at all times. There was sun tea being made, there was a pitcher of sweet tea that was made, and then there was real tea. All going on at the same time.
What is this conversation?
Speaking of my southern mother and how every version of tea,
different teas.
There was sun tea going on, there was sweet tea, and then there was actual real tea.
Are those ones fake tea?
I guess all teas are valid.
Thank you for validating all teas.
You know, I don't know if anyone's heard of this. Has anyone heard of the show where Gordon Ramsay and his 2 buddies, one from France, one from Italy, on a road trip?
Yes.
That's
oh
not
my
where I thought
god.
it was going.
It's okay. The reason I bring this up is because they at one point went to San Francisco and had high tea, which is exactly what it sounds like. It is
Oh, not
tea.
like Not like high, like royalty.
No, high
Like,
well,
high
yeah,
tea.
Blood, dude.
we're talking. They had a lot more fun with that particular thing.
That's so interesting. I love to see Gordon Ramsay high. I feel like that'd be so
Oh
funny
no,
to watch.
he doesn't take any of it. His face crumples into what I can appropriately describe as a cat's asshole as he's offered it and refuses. And then his other two buddies, Gino and Fred, take it, and they are absolutely shit-faced for the rest of the
It's the
trip, and it's fantastic.
Sequel to Euro Trip.
It will age significantly better. I can guarantee you that. Have you seen Eurotrip?
Not
in the last 20 years?
20 years. No.
Oh, it has not aged well. It has aged like milk left in the sun.
I believe it.
It's really bad. Whew.
Remember, comedy is about getting away with it. And that is the judge of the culture. When you go back and watch it, if it does or doesn't get away with it.
You know what will age well? Us when we leave this cave.
So just a clarification on this. This is not immortality.
Yeah.
This is more like a process of adding some extra years. The extent is the unknown.
Ooh.
But shall we get weird?
Oh yeah, I said that, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. This is all gonna depend on a single roll. Oh boy, I'm probably gonna regret this.
Don't say that.
As we lay down to rest, and I presume we take turns to keep watch. On Callisto's turn, he's going to try to tap into Dark Heart to communicate with the entity or entities now that is within it.
Describe where you're choosing to put your hands back on the grip of this gun. Are you with the rest of the group? Have you gone off for a walk? Set us the scene.
Does Thane sleep?
No.
Okay. Callisto will, as everyone lays down to rest, and Callisto will wait for a while. Watch Lucia's breathing to see when they've fallen asleep. And the same for everyone else. And we'll go over to Thane. I will be frank with you, I still don't trust you. But it seems we have and share an enemy. And that is enough for me for now. Can you, just for 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to go back into the cavern, not too far, but just away. Can you keep an eye on everyone here?
Of course.
Thank you. And Callista will again retrace the steps, going down the same path. They're not going anywhere new. They're not risking getting lost like that, but they're going down the path they traveled going into the cavern. And I think we'll walk maybe 10 minutes away. So just walk for 5-10 minutes. And wherever they end up, they will sit on the ground, legs crossed, and with their left hand, the one now made of thunder or lightning, or specifically, will hold the gun in their hand, will hold Darkheart in their hand with their finger on the trigger. And the hammer cocked back as if they were about to use the gun.
You can literally see the Digwitch that contained the soul of one of the miners in this site sunken into the ground in that small cavern that you're in. You prepare, but there is no quarry to be had.
I just want to make it clear. You are a tool. Before, as your dragon, and now as a gun. If I bring you out of this place, you'll be my tool to use, not the other way around.
Let me ask you this. I've had my revenge. But have you had yours?
My revenge is taking down whatever is putting Stormforge in danger, because they're putting my son in danger, they're putting my wife in danger, my parents. So once they're dealt with, so will be my vengeance.
It sounds like that I should be asking you. If I am the vessel of your vengeance, choose to use me wisely.
I know my way with gun. You don't need to worry.
And I am aware of both the power that you possess and my own. I do not wish to guide you in any of your decisions. For you led me to my quarry. Know this. I will not influence your decisions. Nor do I care to. But you brought me back what I sought the most.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Absolutely.
We have cards too, but they work differently.
Yeah.
You can add them at any time, so you don't have to worry about it.
I have kept, as best I know, let me double check that.
Yeah,
I've kept the Streamlabs up to date. We have 2
perfect,
D10s.
thank you. Okay. Sure, I'll use a D. No, I can use it afterwards. So I'm
You
gonna
can use it afterwards,
I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll it first. Oh yes.
The dragon, what is left of him inside this vessel, seems incredibly content. You don't feel any of the push and pull that you did before with this weapon. It feels completed. It doesn't feel like it is a risk. It's almost as if the aura that was over it has been withdrawn. From someone who has handled probably a multitude of trapped, cursed, or hexed items, this feels like something that has been cleansed. Whatever its goal was before, whether it was the one that it has vocalized to you, it feels as though that it is complete.
I believe you. Then I have one last question for you. Your quarry, the creature that was within the Neolithic, the thing that attacked our friend, where is it now?
Being incredibly quiet.
Will it remain that way?
I certainly hope not. It deserves to explain itself before they are all gone. I will gladly be your instrument of revenge and destruction to get to that point. No one deserves what they are doing. Not even the lemurs of the Nine Hells deserve a permanent prison trapped inside of this creation of man. Dragons were not born into this world to serve as trinkets and charms to anyone. But if this is my fate, I am glad that I have fallen into the hands of someone who believes that these are abominations as much as I. If they speak, you will know.
And can you contain it? Is there a risk if I bring you out there that it will get out as well?
You hold the vessel. I am contained as much as they are. Like rungs of a ladder. You are above us. It is up to you.
Okay. I need to get some rest. And Callisto will essentially turn the safety back on, remove their finger from the trigger, return the hammer to where it was, and place Darkheart into the container, the box he's using to carry it around. And then return to the camp.
Guys, you'll all wake up to an actual bit of sunlight pouring in from the cavern up above, and it's opening to the outside world. Oh, that's gonna crack. Morning, everyone.
Morning, which voice is this? Olivia can't tell. You sound like both Farouk and Kilda.
Really? You think I sound like that big lug in the morning?
I mean, you can't really inflect your yawns that much.
I resent that, okay?
Well, let me hear it then.
I can't do his voice. Neither can I. I think it's a Lelufia problem is what I do.
I have great hearing.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think we sound completely different.
Believe what you want.
Can you believe that? She can't sort us out. Probably just hungry again, if I were to guess.
You see a buggy little Kaivar sort of unfurl a little bit, curled up very circular like a woodlouse, sleeping quite soundly. You see the kind of like reverse flail a little bit, stretches all 6 of his limbs, antennae flex out to their new shorter length, and then he just returns to his nominal shape.
I want to be very clear that you're the only person that's turned the term sleeping like a little woodlouse into an adorable gesture.
That's why I play this character.
That's merch.
I just need the gif of Kaivar coming out like Rita Repulsa.
One day I'll learn to make gifts and I can Photoshop that. I just need to find a good image of a crate and some vague way of recreating the Rita Repulsa head garb for that. You know?
It is time to leave this place behind. If there is anything else that you must research, now is the time.
Kaivar is going to really quickly rifle through one of Mishkin's bags of holding and to pull out his book again, just very briefly. One of the I can't remember what they're called. One of the mining machines is nearby, right?
Oh yeah, there's busted up dig witches all over the place.
Dig witches. Yeah. Kaivar is going to go ahead and briefly see if he can absorb some of that psychic essence into the book. Sort of knows that there's something in there, and by giving it life within the pages, it won't necessarily end here in the dark alone.
Yeah. No specific role necessary. You've done this many a times. You will see Kaivar going past the constructs that have long expired, whether they were in battle with you or have begun to just turn to rust. Kelthud cleaning up camp. Mishkin putting away his own personal materials. Farouk checking in on Kelthud to see if there's anything left to sop up for this early exit. occasionally looking as if he's helping with a pot or pan or two. Callisto and Lolly, what are you up to?
You know, maybe we should stop bringing this much stuff with us, she says as she's stuffing a bunch of items that they had brought with them into their own little, I don't know, bag of holding or something to carry it all.
We've got to get a bag of holding. I feel so rude. I haven't.
Yeah, I don't think we actually have back the whole. I think.
Yeah, that's what I think. Something like a bag of holding.
We've just been taking advantage of the Amber Forge to drop stuff off. We filled your house with adventuring shit, and yeah, we really got to get one of those when we go back.
Next time we've got to get one of the bag of holdings for real.
Let me be real for a second, though. There's no way in hell that with what Callisto and Lolly do, and with a son at some point, the poor residents of the Amber Forge, Callisto's parents are used to this. Like, they have got to be used to it.
Yeah.
If you leave the warden's house, there's literally the totes for every grocery store on the way out. Like, there's a bag of holding. There's like, they're there. You just forget to grab one every time till you get to the grocery store and you realize, oh God, I gotta get some bags.
Hey, Mom, do you have a sending stone? It rifles through the bag with 10,000 different odds and ends from things. Yeah, I got two here. Just hold on. I just gotta dig it out.
All eyes on you.
Yeah. Callisto has the case that he's been storing Dark Heart in his hands. And he clicks it open and flips up the lid to reveal the pistol, and very gingerly takes it in his hands. And he examines it, kind of looking over it, rotating it, looking almost like he's inspecting every crook and cranny of it.
In the background in this thought, you hear the very muffled complaints of Alufia and how much they've overpacked while he's focused in on this inner thought.
And he kind of weighs it in his hand and looks down back into the cavern, deeper into it. And he just thinks to himself, I could throw this just deep into the cavern and it'll be cut off. We won't need to worry about it at the very least. There's a chance we won't need to worry about it. And he truly contemplates this. He almost imagines himself just chucking this pistol and being able to just forget about it.
Lolly doesn't notice that you're just kind of standing there as she's complaining.
And okay. He thinks about Ziva. How excited he is every time he masters a new cantrip. How he's... I don't think I've ever seen him actually happily study since he started to get a grasp on magic. He thinks about his parents and how they took him in when he had nowhere else to go. How they've raised him like they were his biological parents, like he was their biological son. Because as far as they're concerned, there's no difference. And he thinks of Lelufia and how she's had his back every step of the way. How has been his emotional and often physical support. And I think he thinks about someone he hasn't thought about in a long time. He thinks about his ex-wife, the biological mother to Ziva, and how he wasn't able to do anything to stop whatever happened to her. And how he doesn't want to repeat that with his second chance at a life and love with Lelufia. And he squeezes the kind of handle of this gun of Darkheart. And I think there's a thing where and it's the thing he knows he needs to work on, but the idea of losing anyone, it doesn't fill them with sadness like it should. It fills them with anger that the world could even possibly go that way. And he pushes that anger into Darkheart. Not as a way to power it or store it or push it aside, but to warn Darkheart that if it does anything to put that into jeopardy, it will suffer more than whatever the entity had put it through. And Callisto will make sure of it. And as that wave of anger, that heat passes, they will take one of the holsters out of their bag, just a spare, and they'll holster Darkheart and turn to join the rest of the group.
Well, he doesn't even notice it. She's finally got this bag stuffed and has made plans to grab at least 2 bags of holding, so we each have one. And as she finishes, about the time you begin to take your steps, she just looks back. Can you help me with this? It's very heavy. Hello, Callisto. Yoo-hoo. She's waving her fingers in front of your face, almost as if you can't speak, and she's trying to wake you. It's okay, honey. Snap out of it. Or I don't know what's going on with Callisto, but I'll mess with him later.
Oh, he's muted. He's muted. That's why.
Yes, that's why I'm talking to him.
Is it working now?
Yes.
Okay.
I just thought he was really
muted.
milking the moment, and
No, yeah, please
I'm
didn't.
cracking
I
up.
might
I'm like, come on.
just stop for some reason.
Concentrating on hypnotic pattern and releases Callisto.
Yeah, sorry, I was just very deep in thought. Yeah,
Oh,
no, I can
snapped out of
help.
it. Thank you.
And I think with I think he's still not fully here, but more here than he's been since the idea, the thoughts, the conundrum came to mind as he helps pack the rest of our stuff.
I would walk and join the collecting group.
Have you collected your affairs?
I think so.
Yeah.
Kaiba? Mishkin?
Mishkin gives a nod.
Yes.
It is time for a new quest. Let us keep the memories, but leave this behind. Knowing that we've done the best we can to release the souls that we could. Farouk will remove another one of his feathers as Farouk flies back down into the cavern and lands over on his arm as he sits down with a knee and just contemplates and thinks about the individuals that were here and the sacrifice and the cost, and thanking his ancestors for those that he knows in his heart they've helped walk and cross over since his friends have gotten here. And consecrate that ground. I will begin my own ceremony as well. As you see Fane begin to float up in a small aura, purple emanating, swirling around his body. There's a heaviness, as if there's a bit more gravity inside this chamber. Light pouring in where you can see some of the glacial melt and the waters that drip down into this opening that this giant machine has all caused. Kelthud, literally halfway up and down, checking the rigging, doing his absolute best to make sure that everything is still secure and safe. Rigging will be set here in just a minute. Making sure I cross my T's and dot my I's. As you guys finish packing the rest of your goods, I want you all to roll perception checks.
Eyes on a swivel, baby.
At
Sorry,
20.
I didn't need to echo that.
Hey, we can echo all the nat 20s that we want here. Kaivar. While the rest of your party is not far behind you, you begin to hear some of the same skittering that you heard before your Vox was integrated. But this time it's different. This time it's heavier. And there's a distinct set of paws. Immediately, your mind flashes back that there might be more of these manticores than was let on. But it's not the case. As you look to the shadows and you can see the machine version of large saber-toothed cats. You can see the last bits of bone that were there, somewhere buried in this ice before the machine wraps around them. As 4 of them are stalking your party on either side, ready to pounce at any moment if it weren't for your overwatch. As you react to this situation, I will describe what Michigan, God. Michigan.
What does he look like?
What
Michigan, is that your brother and sister? What's happening?
I hate everything about
Michigan Mouseketeers.
Stop it! I will describe what Michigan, Kelthud, and Fane are doing during this encounter, but you may go ahead and RP this moment.
So outside and above table, I will say this is perfect because in the transfer, I even picked alert as a feat. So the moment that Kaivar gets that conception of something is watching, the 2 antennae just, they start making, oh yeah, it sounds, okay, sorry.
Oh.
I changed to the map and I was like, why does it sound like someone's peeing?
Yes,
Let me
always
turn down the ambient.
Always have your ambient turned off.
Yep, there we go.
Okay.
I was like, why does it sound like pee? Okay.
Cave of Piscatarians.
Piscatarians. They strike again.
Full circle.
I hate it.
Stop 'em.
But yeah, Kaivar has the alert feat and begins sensing suddenly the immediate presence of danger, something very close by. With that in mind, he recognizes the threat by aura before sight or sound or smell, then by tremor sense, and understands the placement and position of each of these 4 manticores.
They're not the manticores. They are a different...
Oh, they're cats. Yeah.
Different machine.
Yeah, each of these 4 machines doesn't delay, understands that he has the trust of his party at this point, and immediately sends out the psychic message to everybody. Not even so much of a sentence as an alarm, an immediate sense of adrenaline and stress that waves over you and guides all of your senses in the direction of the attackers.
Callisto immediately pulls their pistols out.
If I get, I don't know if it's fast enough, maybe it is with a 20. If I get to do a piece before all this goes down, I would love to cast Bless on the party.
Yes, you may do so.
All right.
While you're concentrating, everyone's going to have advantage on their initiative roll. Mishkin is going to take to the ropes where Kelthud is at. gesturing for Kelthud to pull him up to protect the rigging, but most importantly, as he stands in overwatch over Fane, concentrating on protecting him foremost to make sure that nothing happens during this ritual. All right. I'm going to put the four of us in combat.
Oh my god, it's the first D&D combat of Stormforge.
Looking
This
forward
means
to
we're
see
gonna
what
roll
your
better.
sheet does, my guy. I'm very excited.
You said we roll at advantage.
Yes, I believe you can literally just hold shift over your
No,
hold shift.
mine didn't do it.
Oh, it did for me.
Oh.
I just held shift. If you hold shift and click initiative, it
No, I
rolls.
did.
It lets you.
It didn't
Oh.
let me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's doing it for me. It let me open up a menu for me, and I can click advantage. Oh my god,
Haha.
I rolled terribly.
Uh,
I would like to luck
Ye-
it. Can I luck it?
absolutely.
That was really bad.
Oh, let's go. 19. I'll take
Yes.
that.
I
I'm gonna
will.
spend a luck.
I'll manually throw another initiative roll out there because of advantage, but yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Throw
In
it
the
out
sheet,
just in
it's letting me
case.
do it at.
Oh, no, my other one was better.
I'll give you the 21 you had before.
Yeah, cool.
It's not
Oh.
letting me. I clicked re-roll, but it's not rolling it.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is much better.
Yeah, I will need to. You'll need to take me out of order as well. It's not letting me reroll advantage at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, first one's 24, so we'll see how that does. 24 is better. Okay, all right.
All right. Let's go.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, perfect turn order.
That's excellent.
Nice.
Farouk will. Oh yes, and you have bless on everybody, so I'm going to add a Blizzy Bless to everyone because it will auto roll that D4 for you.
Blizzy
Oh,
Bless is
perfect.
cooler than Bless.
What is Blizzy Bless? Am I missing something?
No.
Like a blizzard. It's cooler.
And very fitting, it is your turn to start us off,
Heck yeah.
Kaivar.
Okay. Well, we all know who hits hardest in this particular party. Kaivar is under no illusion that anyone is unaware of this. So immediately with that psychic tether going out to Callisto, he is going to align focuses. I'm going to bonus action Master of Tactics to give you advantage on your first attack roll, Callisto. So you get your sneak attack for free, no need for flanking. And then for action, let's see, I've already cast Bless and everything, so concentration is up. And yeah, I think that means that I am just going to have to kinetic impulse. As you see, Kaivar basically doing what he's done before, levitating some loose debris and flinging it at the closest of these metal saber-tooths, which we'll say is this one over here by Lelufia. So let's do this. We're level 9, so we get 2 of these. Oh yes,
Let's go.
Let's go.
We love to see it.
Is that doing it? Do we do it the old way with damage, where that 3 should be a 10, or are we rolling
No.
2 dice?
It is just double dice now.
Is double dice. Good. Cool to know. All right. And here comes the second.
Yes.
Hell yeah, alright.
Go, Kaivar. That's our buggy boy.
So yeah, that is, what is that? 23 points of force damage against this guy over here.
As it hits, it seems to be incredibly effective as it does double damage.
That's very nice.
For a total of 24 and 22.
Was it the top or the bottom one?
It's this one, the lower
okay.
one. Yeah.
As you can literally see it blasting away the bits of nano machines that are trying to bind with the actual skeletons that they've found.
Gosh. Yeah, are we trying to hold this ground or are we trying to retreat towards Fane and Kelthud? I'm not totally clear on what group strategy is for us at this moment.
This,
Like, obviously,
just to be clear, is a fun way to introduce your new buttons and character sheets while they are concentrating on holding a point. So,
okay.
unless
Yeah, it's like tower defense.
yes,
Yeah.
My buttons. Yeah.
All right.
We're playing
Perfect.
Bloom.
Thane's our tower.
Excellent. In that case, I am going to before I do end turn, sneak attack is only on weapon attacks or natural weapon attacks in Kaivar's case, seeing as he does have a few rogue levels. Correct?
no.
Okay.
And this was you get to apply your sneak attack because of your nat 20.
Okay. All right. I'll roll sneak attack then. It's not much. It's only 2d6, but with the with that bad boy being a crit. Oof, much better. Okay, so tag on an extra 14 damage onto that first one. Duly noted for that, by the way. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And that sneak attack damage will be doubled since it belongs to the force that you shot it with. That defender shimmers and shakes as it begins to lose more of the machines that have bound it together.
All right, and that is end turn.
I will look back to Michigan. Whenever they're done, you take the left side, I'll take the right side. Callisto, it is your turn.
Yeah, hold on. I need to roll something. I'm going to ask, I'm going to put all of this, I don't have to make a decision, on Sam. High or low?
Low.
Okay, low. If I roll low, the gun I drew is Dark Heart. It isn't, I guess.
I think you can choose.
No, I think no.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it because I said low is Dark Heart, high is not. So I pull my two clan pistols, the ones given to me by my parents, and I will take aim. Having seen this saber-tooth construct take damage from Kaivar, I'm gonna focus fire on it. So I want to take it out. I draw my two pistols, and I'll attack twice because I can as a fighter. Is T to target, right? Or is that there we go?
Don't have to target anymore.
Oh, really? No. Okay, perfect. But I'm gonna fire twice. Okay, so help action. I only have advantage on the first attack, right?
Yes, unless
Yes.
RoBear rules otherwise, but I'm going to presume it's only
Okay.
first.
In that case, as I fire the first shot, I'm going to use my sharpshooter ability to take a -5 to the shot to add +10 damage.
All right. You should be able to use your first weapon. I have added sharpshooter onto you via a different mechanic, so we just want to make sure it
Okay.
works out.
Okay, I'll click it.
Yep, there it is. There's the -5 on the end properly.
Perfect. So 17. Yeah, it was 10.
And the +10 is on the end. Love it. We love to see it.
And that has sneak attack. So I'm going to roll sneak attack. For another 9 points of damage. I fire that shot. And then the second
Is this
shot...
the same one?
Different other pistol. So I have 2 clan
No,
pistols.
the same Steel Defender.
Oh, same sword defender, yeah. Yeah, I'm focusing fire on this one guy.
All right.
Call me real stupid, Drac. Did you roll your advantage shot on the sharpshooter one?
Oh, I did not. Let me do that now.
Just go ahead and do it on
maybe-
this new shot.
Oh, it sat there for a second.
Yeah, no, almost. Okay, so now this is gonna be the second shot. 14. Assuming that does not hit.
I'm ruling this one as your advantage shot.
Okay.
These two that you
Okay,
just
so
did, since we've already resolved the first. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 18 with the bless. But you were doing I'm sorry, you were doing sharpshooter again. I forgot because I have to take it off. You get to use it once per turn.
Yes.
So with the +5 on that is a 23. That will hit.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Dealing. Want I add anything to this? Sure, why not? Because I can do this afterwards. I'm going to add a superiority die to this. And will I do superiority? No, I want to do a precise strike from my feet Squire Solamnia and add 1d8 to this damage.
Let's
I can
go.
do that in post. Just roll a d8. I don't know if there's actually a thing I can click for this.
I guess you can do it manually.
Yeah, I'll do it, man.
Yeah, I have not given you buttons for those effects yet, so just go ahead and roll it.
Okay,
Ugh.
So an extra 1 damage. Still something as I fire these 2 shots into them. And then I'm going to bonus action to use Insightful Fighting. And I will roll a insight check against that same Sabertooth's Deception, I believe. And if I succeed, I can just use my sneak attack against it, even if I don't have advantage. I'm just gonna roll that. 12.
Insight against its what?
Deception.
Deception. All right.
I did not roll great.
Let's go. That's a 6.
Oh, okay. So I succeed. So as I fire these 2 shots, I kind of trace and track how it reacts to the shots, the back legs it leans on, just basically understanding how it holds itself. And now I'm able to just have sneak attack on it as long as I don't have a disadvantage.
Nice. You bust out those back legs. As you'll notice, the pulsing red effect is it is bloodied.
Oh, perfect. And that is the end of my turn.
Lolly, it is your turn.
Oh, I like the radiating red for Betty.
Yeah.
Lolly is going to... Oh, actually, how far is that? Hang on. Oh my gosh, why is that so precise? Okay. She's gonna, between these 2, can I click that? Oh, does it click roll for it to go into chat? Oh, okay, because I can put between them. Shatter.
Let's
As you hear
go.
such a loud erupting boom, just as you do your shot. It's almost as if it came from your gun itself. That it's confusing once there's this bit of life that seems to be coming out from the ground, but it's just rocks that seem like they're flying.
I will go top to bottom. They will have disadvantage on this as they are not completely fully formed.
Yes.
Oh. First one is a failure.
Nice.
Second failure.
Oh,
Full damage.
sweet. Ooh, 13 thunder.
13 points of thunder, which is highly effective. Double damage.
Whoa.
26 points to each. The furthest steel defender to the south is barely holding on.
Oh, I don't have any bonus actions now. That's the end of my turn.
Oh yeah, you need bonus action spells now, yeah.
Hey, Mishkin! Same time! As Mishkin begins conjuring on his greenish fireball and Farouk on his, they hurl them crisscross against the machines. Good old fireball. Where you at on my sheet?
Mishkin's feeling burnt out.
Ooh.
That's rough. Yeah, Fireball's third level. It did not show up. We know how to fix this. Drag and drop for the win. All right. 2 max level, 5th level fireballs coming up.
Whoa. Nice.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
All right. For our friends up top, we'll start with this one right here. Failure. Oh, I need to go ahead and roll that again just in case it nat ones. It does not. Now for the one below. Let's go. Love this.
Simply delicious. Delectable.
It was that nat 20 that Bife got. We're winning.
42 points of fire damage. As they will both fully apply. Now to down south. Starting with this one. Will fail. Will fail. Come on, let's see that high damage like 42 again. 39, we will take it.
Pretty solid.
Good job, Mishkat. He had his cream.
Oh my god.
This first steel defender is going to race towards you, Lolly. running out of the fire and flames. It goes and claws at you first.
It hits.
Remember, you do have reaction shield if you wish to use it. We'll raise you from 5 points from your current 18.
Oh. Yeah. You know what? Let's use that.
Describe what your
Cool.
shield looks like.
Oh, it's just wind. It's just wind that seems like more and more aggressive, and it flows and follows alongside like the contours of her body. She almost looks like an air ganassi.
Let's go. It will also evade that bite as well. The second one runs past.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
It looks like it's still there.
Yeah,
It's still within your range. That's weird. The grid wasn't snapping there. It was putting it like in
What I was
between.
saying. Whenever I was measuring earlier, I was like, oh, it's so precise. It's giving me every inch.
I wonder if there's not if there's not like a grid on
God damn it,
this
Sam.
particular map. Sam has been spicy Sam.
I did not catch what Sam said.
Oh,
So-
don't worry, you're gonna get that one clipped. I'm going for it. Every one of these today is going on the record.
This is all off the record.
Claws towards Callisto. Oh, come on, that nat one was
That
there.
one was so close.
Do we still get them?
Reactions. I was going to reaction silvery barbs if you let me know.
Yes, you can.
That will be re-rolled at disadvantage, and I will use the other part of the reaction to send advantage over to. I will send advantage over to Callisto.
Oh, thank you.
Also, I was about to
Still
silver
hit.
barbs too. Good brains.
Dang.
Oh,
Still
22.
hits. Yeah.
14 points of force damage.
What's it called what you did? You can just put minus 14, right?
You can just click your character, and you can hover over the damage and click apply full damage.
Oh, I can just do that. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Hold on. I did it manually, so yeah, I took the damage, but I'm gonna keep that in mind next
Cool.
time.
And it will go in for a bite attack against you as well, Callisto. That it will miss.
That misses. As I think the claw attack makes me stumble back, and I use the momentum of the hit to dodge the bite. The teeth gnash just to the left of me.
Up towards the north, this steel defender comes running towards me and you, Kaivar. This one lashing out at a claw against you, Kaivar.
That will hit.
As you take 22 points of force damage, as you can feel it amplify itself from the machines, shoving you back so easily it spins around and bites at Farouk.
Can I silvery barbs that?
Yes, you can.
I'm doing it.
25. I can't shield it. As it chomps down and locks down on Farouk's shoulder. Ah! You can see the machines charge up as it electrocutes through its body and into Farouk, taking 13 points of lightning damage. Next one comes running up out of the fireball and surrounds us on the other side. This time clawing at Farouk. Low roll. Love to see it, as it does 10 points of force damage to Farouk. And it bites over at Kaivar.
Yeah, that's still gonna hit.
Does 19 points of lightning damage to you, Kaivar.
Ewy. I will need to make 2 concentration checks to make sure we still have bless.
All right.
The
Believe that
first
you
one is-
are you Warcaster?
11 and a 10. I'm, as best I can remember, I'm not Warcaster, no.
All right.
So let's just make those saves. Yep. Alright, here's one. Alright, first one's success.
Oh, yeah.
That's the 11. Need a 10 on this.
Ooh.
Okay, there we go. Alright. Bless is still up.
Kaivar is bleeding though.
I think you have applied the damage to me twice on that lightning one.
I have a
Yes,
roll
I
log for that. And yes, I did.
You're trying to
I've
kill the
also-
bug boy.
I've been applying, I applied them as they came along, so yeah, probably missed a trick on that one on my side of things. My apologies.
No, it's just me all of a sudden pressing buttons. Boom. So you're going to get 19 points back.
Did you apply the, I can't believe we did this. Did you apply the 22 as well?
Oh,
I
yeah.
also applied that.
100%. 100%.
Oh, okay, cool.
100% I did.
I was like, damn, this is real painful.
I know. I was like, oh man, what happened over here?
I was
I'm
like,
pretty
back
sure
on,
Kai was not a wizard. Like, why are they already dying?
It's like I was back on, oh god, on poor Xanarin before he was fixed. Before missing.
Before it was fixed, it was very funny.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Did you get a MagFest, Spice?
I did not.
Oh
go to
my
Manchester.
god.
I feel like I'm missing something there, but yeah.
RoBear keeps saying MagFest changed me.
Whenever
Spicy.
Sam accidentally says spicy stuff back to it.
It's changed you too.
All right. Are you at the correct level of hit points now, Bife?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Love to see it. End of their turns.
So are they still bloodied? So that is still meant to be.
He's
radiating, right?
almost there. He's 61 of 99, so I'm just leaving it on.
Okay.
Right. Farouk is going to hold his heel. Kaivar, your turn.
Okay. Can't exactly engage with ranged attacks. Will be at disadvantage because they are literally all up on us. So that's not good. Just gonna check spellbook real quick. Oh yeah, we got spell slots. Let's spend some spell slots. Why not? Just gonna check one thing. Yeah, this will work. Okay. Terribly sorry, folks. I'm dropping concentration on Bless, but I'm sure you'll understand why. Kaivar is going to hold out both hands as he's being bitten at and clawed by these metal beasts, almost as though he's pushing to the left and right of him. You've seen him do this before, as I will cast Slow. And I am going to need all 4 of them to make wisdom saving throws. DC is 19.
Yo.
Let's go.
Context, by the way, this is creatures of my choice within the 40-foot range. Callisto, myself, you, Lolly, Thane, no one else is affected. It's just these 4.
Failure. Top 2 fail. Fail. That is a failure across the board for all 4.
All right, so now they have reduced action economy. They have -2 to their AC. And their dex saving throws can't use reactions, meaning no opportunity attacks. And more importantly, they only get 1 attack per turn.
Love to see it.
Okay, I have already given advantage to Callisto with one of those, with the silvery barb, so I'm going to throw bonus action Master of Tactics down to Lelufia to give her an advantage as well.
Thanks.
I love being able to use that within 30-foot range. Okay, and yeah, that is end turn.
Callisto, your turn.
Callisto, you're muted.
Yes,
Loud in this
thank
battle.
you.
Right.
Yes, no, sorry, the clanking of the metal is very loud. It's hard to talk over it. I'm going to fire point blank at the one in front of me. Thanks to the gunner feat, I don't get disadvantage at using range attacks at melee range. So I'm just going to fire point blank. And yeah, I'm just going to do it. I'm not add anything special to this one. And I'll use my advantage on this one. 22.
20
Not
hits.
20, sorry, 20. 20 hits.
20 just hits.
To deal 6 plus sneak attack damage.
Ooh.
10, 16 points of damage. Then, just before I fire my second shot, I take a deep breath in, and the immediate area around me becomes hotter and hotter as I let out a breath, and flames and lava start to pour out of my arm as I use my bonus action to use Gift of the Chromatic Dragon to give myself an extra D4 fire damage to my attack. As you see flames and lava coat my pistols, and I want to fire again.
Any special ammunitions?
Yeah, I'll put in one of the fire bullets. There you go. And I'll fire. And I think this time I'll use sharpshooter again. I think you have to do that on your end, right?
Yep.
To put the sharpshooter. Okay, cool.
Sharpshooter equip.
Perfect. And I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to fire.
Oh yeah.
For dealing
Nice.
25 points of damage to fire into its head.
And you had the additional D4.
Oh yes, and a D4. Yes. Is that you can click for that? I'm not going to see that.
Just roll a D4. In this case, I will make a button.
Oh yeah, 4 damage.
29 points. DTD. With 2 to spare.
You see the first shot fire, and you see it slam into the center of that skull, and then the second they press it right where that first bullet had hit, and fires again as you see a burst of flames and lava erupt out of the hole the concave originally had made, and you see it melting, dripping through the mouth and the underside of its mouth as it slumps down into the ground. And I whip around to face down the one on Lelufia as I will move into range, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Lolly, it is your turn.
Lolly looks back, hearing this thud from behind her, and to see Callisto running toward her. I started making it weak. She says as you come up next to her.
Yeah, I'm just here to finish the job.
And that's why we're a good team. She says as she reaches out to do Shocking Grasp.
22 will hit.
13 lightning damage.
13 points of lightning damage, which is highly effective. It does 26 points of damage. Its machines explode off the side.
As she does that, in the clouds and like air that tends to be very sheer around her hand starts to turn a little smoky as she pulls away from this and looks at Callisto. All right, it's all yours. Maybe. And that would end my turn.
The steel defender that is left, slowed, shocked, will use its one attack to try to lash out with a claw at you, Lolly.
It hits.
18 points of force damage. It stays where it's at. The next one looks at you, Kaivar, and targets you with a claw.
Damn, that will hit.
21. As that hits, that will trigger my heal. As I will hit you with a good old-fashioned Cure Wounds. Good news, we have adopted the D&D 1 rules, where now heals start at 2d8 and then scale up. We love to see more healing. I will go ahead and roll to see if I hit max heal. Do not hit max heal.
Slow is still up.
One, one, two, two, 6.
Oh,
Can you look?
Yeah, I'm gonna luck that bad boy. We go re-roll that.
I was in a game the other day and I rolled like that on a
That's
smite
better.
and I felt real not fun.
yeah.
Is that meant to be 27 or 24?
It re-rolled both of them when I hit the crit, which is wild. So I'm gonna take the 24. I'm gonna take the lower.
All right.
That was 14, 17, 19, 24 plus my plus 5. So 29 points back to Kaivar. I'm going to put it on for you. All right.
All right.
Since I don't have an easy
not touching
button.
the health bars. Cool.
Yes.
Nice.
You are 90 of 99 now. You are no longer in danger, Will Robinson. And we'll do the hit. Oh. 11 points of force damage. It is up the roll log just a little bit for you to hit the easy button.
Gotcha.
Steel Defender to the south. It will claw up at me. $20 just hits. 19 points of force damage to me. Ah! Ah! My turn. I will once again hold off. Kaivar, it is your turn.
Okay, seeing as these lot are still slowed, and they do not have their reactions, meaning they can't make opportunity attacks. Yeah, Kaivar is going to step away from the ones that bit him. Let's see. It's been working before, so let's keep doing it. Bonus action, we're going to go ahead and Master of Tactics. I'm going to go ahead and send this one. You know what? I will send it to frickin' Farouk this time.
I'm going to do
one.
I'm going to do one group check here, and for all 4 of them on that slow. Yes, they are all still slowed.
Sick.
Do they repeat the save? Damn, I didn't realize that. That's good to
At
know.
the end of turns, they do.
Ah, I see. Cool. Yes, thank you. My apologies. I should have. I should have done the note for that. Yeah, for main attacks, I am just going to see what I can do to get Farouk out of some of the trouble. So I am going to do what I did prior, and I'm going to Kinetic Impulse the guy down here to the south.
Yeah, let's go.
So here's the first.
Ooh.
And here's the second. Ah, my rolls have been hot tonight.
This is Kaivar's episode.
Oh, a 1 and a 10.
There we are. Right.
Balance.
And I will also throw a sneak attack onto one of them because it is being flanked by Farouk. So that applies. And there's your sneak attack. God damn, nearly max on that too. Nice. Okay.
And all of that is doubled. This guy is hurting as the machines begin to fall off on all sides.
I've been taken. Now I'm back.
Anything else for your turn, Kaivar?
No, you got the insect-like chittery response to having been bitten by one of these things, and that's it. Just end turn.
Callisto, your turn.
Yeah. So I checked, and I can actually use Sharpshooter every attack if I wanted to, because of the penalty, so I can just keep doing it.
So that's what we have home ruled over here, is that you get one.
Okay, cool. 1 per turn. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. In that case, as I fire again, point blank, I'm going to use Sharpshooter for the first attack.
All right, it is on there.
And then I think this will be the pistol with the fire bullets is still in it.
Yeah. Oh.
No, it's I already used my reaction. Dang it.
Yeah. Yeah, the AC is probably pretty high. Okay, as I fire, that one goes wide. I want to fire with the second pistol.
I will use one of my lucks and send it your way.
Okay, so I can re-roll that one, that first one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, land with advantage. Nope.
We also have inspirations.
And you
If
can
you
use
use
it.
the one-
That's a good point. I can use it afterwards.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. I'll use a...
I'd 1d10 it.
We
So
have
these guys are at a
D10s currently,
DC.
So yeah.
They're a DC 16 because of slow. Or no, they're a DC. I'm sorry.
okay.
They're an 18 because of slow. It's already been
Oh,
applied.
then I would still use a 10. If you want to make this hit.
Yeah, I'll use a 10. That's a D. And there you go.
I am updating
3
the
plus
sheet
5.
of what's been used.
I would use a maneuver. I use one of my maneuver attacks, my superiority die to use precision attack, which lets me add my superiority die to my attack roll.
Let's go. Let's piece it together.
Okay, no, it didn't do it for me. Let me check. Wait, I think it's a D.
Yeah, I have to build out your
8.
maneuvers.
Okay, I'm gonna use a D8.
But in the future, you'll be able to press that button and it'll do the thing.
Yeah. D8, yeah. So I just get to add another D8.
Come on,
And it will hit with another D8.
we need to see a 3. No!
No! Oh my god! It's missed, yeah. So
Can
it's
I
for
actually give
7,
you
yeah.
what Bife gave me for the advantage roll?
You aren't a master of tactics.
Yeah.
We can't share cards, or sorry, I'm confused.
He didn't share
Or
cards.
is that not what
Bife
that
gave
is?
you wasn't a card. Yeah, what Bife gave you
it's
wasn't
not
a
a
card.
card.
No, not a card,
Okay.
but like, so you gave me advantage. I just wonder if I could pass it to him.
Nah, it cannot be shared when it's been
Oh.
distributed like that.
Ooh.
Not unless RoBear says it
Yeah.
can, but I don't think so.
That will be.
Tried everything. It was.
Yeah, it just wasn't meant to be
Yeah.
that
This is Kaivar's episode. Sorry.
time. I might have said
It's
already. It's
anime
fine.
story.
I'm going to accent search though, because I can do that as a
Yes,
fighter.
yourself.
Do you want
As
to continue
I
to sharpshooter?
I'll sharpshoot to the first one. Yeah.
All right.
This will be the bullet, the thingy magic.
No!
What is happening?
It's just not meant to be. And then the second one, I'm not going to be sharpshooting.
I will remove sharpshooter.
You remove it. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Oh my
No,
god, what is
damn.
going on?
I will use persistent strike on this one.
Because he's not using Dark Heart.
Lord.
That's, Dark Heart knows.
Dark Heart knows.
See how they treat you. You'll come crawling back.
Oh my
No, still
god!
miss. Still miss. Wow.
This thing is.
But
This
I'll be
cat
done in
is
my turn.
jumping everywhere.
That is the end of my turn.
Freaking
Did I use my bonus action? Yeah.
Matrix cat. Holy shit. Lolly, it is your turn.
Sorry, that's just bewildering. Okay. Well, I expected this thing to be dead by my turn. Huh. She's gonna reach out and shocking grasp again. Watching this, anticipating this thing to go down very soon, she like slowly then just begins to bring her hand up as the sparks begin forming into thicker lines of emanating light. And she looks away from you to reach out. And okay.
If you want, you can use that advantage
Mhm.
on this one, I believe. Yeah.
Fish for it, nat 20.
Yeah, we can try. Let's see. Nah.
Worth a shot.
It is always worth a shot. 5. Lightning damage.
That's. Yes, that is. Oh, you're. I see what it's doing. I have to go back in and put your ability modifier because I put everyone's ability modifier on their cantrips. So, you used this last time. That would have been a +5 and another +5. So this will be 15 lightning, and it will be doubled. So you will do 30 points of lightning damage. And it is looking rough.
If only I had bonus actions. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Spells. Yeah.
Remember, you are a sorcerer, so you can be doing 2 cantrips a turn. You can be
Oh, really?
Are you a meta
I
magic?
only
yes,
one
you have
action.
Yeah.
you have full meta
Check your-
magic. So you can be casting, you can cast spells as a bonus action.
Oh.
Yeah, you got the meta magic. So we can have a little bit. We really haven't got to have a sit down about the full Sork catalog you have.
Okay. Well, then I'll just say that she reached out with both hands. Did the same thing. So let me just roll for the other one. 24 hit.
Oh, yeah. Plus another 5 that is not on there, which will be doubled, a total of 22. DTD, describe its demise, Lolly.
Breaking the eye contact of confusion with Callisto, and as she reaches out one hand and is looking at this thing, not being entirely too injured to take it down. And Callisto wasn't able to help with that right now because he just seems not himself still, but it's close. She reaches the other hand out and kind of grips her fingers into this creature, touching its body, usually not making contact, as these sparks start encircling like the body veins that you can maybe see and making them emanate as it just burns and leaves a scar that begins to smoke and simmer. She pulls away for it to fall.
Dope.
Right, girl. And then she would move up here. And that would end my turn.
Farouk forgetting the fact that these are slowed, that he could have ran away. Takes a claw attack from the first one. 24 hits. As he takes another 12 points of force damage. This will roll its wisdom save. Still no 19. It is still slowed. And then it's the turn of the one to the south here. It will also claw Farouk. It will also get me. As I take another 14 points of force damage. Ah! Ah! That will trigger my own heal for myself, as I will envelop myself in flames to cauterize my own wounds. Ah! Let's see if we can crit heal. Not today, but someday. Coming soon. Rolling ones. What? Oh my goodness. I will use my last luck.
Damn.
Still. Yikes town. All right, I will apply the healing. Top of my turn. Seeing what Lolly has done over here. I will look up towards the sky itself. Time for these things to get a piece of their own medicine. As I will call to Parik, my familiar, to drop Cone of Cold down on top of both these defenders. Constitution saves, DC 19s. Come on, roll low on the next one. Let's go. First one fails. Nat 1, we got max damage on the one to the south.
Oof, max damage cone of cold. That is scary.
That is a 64 to the one on the bottom. It explodes into machine parts that roll out. DTD as it freezes down to the ground. top one still active, but now between a combination of the Cone of Cold and the slow, its AC is 16. And I will properly back away from this thing. Kaivar.
Yeah. This thing's clearly on the ropes. And Kaivar is a little bit angry with things. Sort of forgetting momentarily about any masterful tactics things, just goes for the throat with a kinetic impulse.
I thought you were going to slit it with the strong hand.
Oh, I was very tempted to. I was very tempted. You know what? We'll see. Give it a moment. It is not being flanked, and I do not have advantage, so neither of these have sneak attack, sadly.
Yeah, you can go ahead and apply sneak attack on it because it just can't move anywhere to get out of the way.
Yeah, I won't complain. It's fine by me.
Ooh.
All right. We got 20, so 40 points of force damage plus the 10, so 60 points on that last blast. It is laying there without two of its legs over on its side. You can see the machines trying to reform it together. Go ahead and give a group DTD as the three of you finish off that last creature.
You know what? I'll roll it just for the memes. Kaivar then does go animal style and does go in with a strong hand. It looks very ferocious. It's not very effective.
As you go in to use the strong hand, back behind you between Callisto and Lolly.
Callisto will kind of sigh out of frustration. Just go, come on, Callisto. Let's try this again. And we'll fire a shot just past Kaivar to connect to the skull of this Sabertooth in tandem with, I assume, Lelufia.
Yeah, what do you do, Lolly?
As the one before it has dropped, and so quickly before Kaivar even turned around, once it exploded into these different like cogs and mechanics, she would have been pushing it away from the party with as much gust of wind as she could. For probably watching the death happen.
Is it bust apart and it's slung? Kaivar with you going up there, just missing with the strong hand as it explodes around. Your blade just catching a couple of the nano machines as it slices them in half. I think that is our sign to shut the door, everyone. Let's go. Let's go. Kelthud extending the ropes down to the rest of you. Still concentrating on this ceremony. Fane holding Michigan attached to one of the ropes as well. You all grab on and begin to ascend out of the cavern. Anything else before we wrap up this scene for the evening?
Callisto looks behind him at this plane, the space that Thane had created, a place that could have been the prison, or the very least safe space for Darkheart to be in, but clenches their jaw and looks back up towards the opening of the cavern and continues to climb.
Anyone else?
For funsies, because you sat there and gave us like a free copy of each of them at the beginning of the episode with cards being down, I'm gonna spend a mind's eye to indulge people's curiosities. You see I mean, this is the view right back in the chamber of everything. You start to see the half-buried remnants of Kaivar's antenna. And something about them is still animated. They are twitching and quivering, and suddenly they both rise from the ground. And it is almost as like an invisible hand has taken the two of them and is crushing them. Kind of in the way that when you are angry and happen to be holding a can of Coke, you just crush that thing from the center and it caves in on itself. These things then just get pulled apart. Flensed would be an appropriate word. And get dropped to the ground just as the pocket is cut off from the rest of the timeline.
And on that note, as you extract up and out of the wreck site, we'll pick back up with the full party topside.
No. Ed's not here next week either.
Ed will continue to be emo Mishkin and contain his thoughts for himself, as I will not put any more words.
Emotion.
Emotion!
Emotional damage!
Oh!
I turn around and I shoot the Luffy as we're climbing up. I'm like, no, say now.
Back to the airship we go, with a new goal intact. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Now we just got to get Drac new dice so he doesn't roll 3s and 4s.
And the moment we left Pathfinder. Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
time
the
it
last
wasn't
one, his AC was 38. So.
Yeah, that was just wild. Yeah. Last one I had average rolls. I didn't have my Drac luck last time. This time I've just been rolling really bad.
This time you're not using the dark crown.
Fantastic session, you guys.
What a cool twist. Well done, Drac.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had no idea the way that you RP'd it all, what you were going to do, and that was chef's kiss. I loved it. I could see you contemplating holding that, wanting to, Callisto wanting to end this. That's a big moment for Callisto.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. If it depends on how it plays out, it's gonna play a big part in who Callisto becomes. But yeah, and also I think I just the first time mentioned Callisto's ex-wife.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that
I was
raised
getting
my
excited.
eyebrow.
I was like, is it time?
Oh my. So much vengeance in the air. Big secrets revealed from this arc out into the mountains. Definitely a changed group leaving.
Now everybody get your tarot read.
Get them cards out, baby. I got them. They're still ready to go. We will join you guys next week. Come along with us again. We'll see you guys then. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.